I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Take my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. Some days I feel skinnier than all the other days. Sometimes I can't tell if my body belongs to me. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Taste your content, hold your breath and feel the tension. Devils hide behind redemption. Honesty is a one-way gate to hell. I wanna taste consumption, click faster to waste oxygen. Hear the children sing aloud. It's music till the wick burns out. Be carefree lately, yeah. Just picking up daisies. Got one too many quarters in my pockets. Counting like the 4-leaf clovers in my locket. Untied laces, yeah. Just tripping on daydreams. Got dirty little lullabies playing on repeat. Might as well just ride around the nursery and count sheep.
Won't you take me home? Give me wings to fly. We can run away. Castle in the sky. Won't you take me home and give me wings to fly? We can be alone in the castle in the sky. We can run away and leave this world behind.
Hey guys, it's Billie Eilish. Listen to today's top hits, a playlist where hits are made, only on Spotify.
Anytime better call correct. Ain't playing at your best, then you working left.
has been the same. There's no time for regrets, but I remember how I slept in your chest. I want to forget you, take a breath and leave you away, away. But it's not that easy, 'cause you make me miss you again, again. If you want, just come. If you want, just come. Don't leave me again, leave me again. If you want, just come. If you want, just come. Don't leave me again, leave me again. Don't leave me again, leave me again. Don't leave me again, leave me again. I'm still alone. Since you left me, nothing has been the same. There's no time for regrets, but I remember how I slept in your chest. I want to forget you, take a breath and leave you away, away. But it's not that easy, 'cause you make me miss you again, again. If you want, just come. If you want, just come. Don't leave me again, leave me again. If you want, just come. If you want, just come. Don't leave me again, leave me again.
this an extermination? Kill them all.
Critics everywhere are calling it jaw-dropping, awe-inspiring, and dazzling.
Let's fight like demons.
This is only the beginning.
Dune, in cinemas October 21st. Certificate 12A.
From the Cornish coast, we start our journey in the fully electric Kia EV6, past stone circles and city squares. Led by our augmented reality head-up display, we head into the Black Country, past the mountains of Wales, the Lancashire Hills, and onto the lakes. We measure our journey not only in miles, but in the inspiration we find in the fully electric Kia EV6 with up to 328-mile range. Inspire your senses. Kia, movement that inspires. Range based on test conditions and may vary.
Hey guys, it's Billie Eilish. Listen to today's top hits, a playlist where hits are made, only on Spotify.
Starters, one out of a million will reach those heights. Always had a feeling that I won't deny that work. Never could toss. Look in my eyes, I'm on the rotten skies. Choppers, better took those risks. Cold blood in my fists, we fire starters. Let's go. One out of a million will reach those heights. Always had a feeling that I won't deny that work. Never could toss. Look in my eyes, I'm on the rotten skies.
Girl, I know you, but you're everything I want in life. We're fighting danger like Kung Fu. The love I feel is deep inside. The others don't matter. It's honestly us against the world. We're the perfect team. You're my dream, and I just want it. Can you see myself? 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 Can you see If you ever need a helper, you should know that I'll be there day and night. Nobody else can love you better. I'm here just to treat you right. You're the reason I'm alive. You're the only pain I can endure. But when you're not here, you're my dream, but I just want it. Yeah, I just wanna. You're my dream, but I just want it.
From the start, you my bunny, I'm your clock. From now to eternity, I give you all my heart. We are meant to be, it's clear to see. My love is bigger than I thought. I got everything I want when I hold you with my arms. Now this don't matter, my love and my pleasure, the key to my treasure. Whatever's the weather, day up and out with you till I die. How many times for you I'ma try? Want you to notice the one and I know this perfect soulmate. I wanna show my best friend. She saved my life, my happy end in hard times.
Oh baby, hug it to myself, hug it to myself, hug it to myself. I just want it. Hug it to myself, hug it to myself, hug it to myself, to myself, hug it to myself, hug it to myself, hug it to myself. I just want it. Hug it to myself, hug it to myself, hug it to myself, to myself, hug it to myself.
Even if you're not ready, our tyres are. Master the unpredictable weather all year round with the new Michelin Cross Climate 2 tyre and drive with confidence. Find the right tyres for your vehicle at quickfit.com and drive away happy every time.
Hey guys, it's Billie Eilish. Listen to today's top hits, a playlist where hits are made, only on Spotify.
I'm running wild to the unknown, but I can go without you. So don't be blind, escape the ordinary, and don't be shy, don't be shy. Keep your face up to the sun, we're always on the run, on and on and on. You got to keep your face up to the sun, we're always on the run, always on the run. For those heights, oh, worth your while. Nothing to lose, we hold on tight, hold on tight. Keep your face up to the sun, we're always on the run, on and on and on. You got to keep your face
Hey guys, it's Billie Eilish. Listen to today's top hits, a playlist where hits are made, only on Spotify.
Hello. Yeah. Did you get my voice now? No, I can tell you now. It's not important. I've loaded up the game, then loaded up the race control thing, and it's just click connect, and nothing's actually connecting. What loads up first? The game or the program? Okay.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to rounds 2 and 3 of the EXILED GT3 series from a wet. Is it going to be wet? Is it going to be dry? Is it going to be pouring? Is it going to be foggy? Who knows? That's what we've tried to achieve here. English weather is very, very unpredictable, so that's what we're going for. So, 3 minutes left in practice. Taking some of your broadcast feedback on board, so we have some various different things we've sort of changed. Who's out on track? Miles is out on track. That's what we've done. We've got the scoreboardy thing on the left hand side, so that should hopefully help a little bit. And also we have the name tags off. That's what people ask for. So who am I to say what you want and what you don't want? So got 2 minutes left to practice. I think that's you here as well, Nick. Hello.
Hello. Well, thank you for having me again.
Awesome. So what we'll do is, before we get into qualifying, is we'll check those levels for you to make sure that Nick is loud enough for you this time.
Yeah. So let us know, please.
Yeah, I got the chat popped out, so we should be able to see. As the chat says, it definitely won't be boring. So just to explain what's going on today, we have two 30-minute races, mixed conditions. Hopefully we've tried to set the server up so you can see at the very, very top of the screen, next to where it says free practice, just to the right of that, there is like a timer icon with 10 and 30. That is there, so that indicates a rain icon with minus, means that the rain is going to let up in the next 10 minutes and in the next 30 minutes. So these drivers, oh, and Miles get a massive slide on there. These drivers who have been practicing, in all honesty, guys, it's completely pointless. The next session, the weather's going to completely change, and we don't really know what to. And the same with race 1, and the same with race number 2. We genuinely have no idea what's going to happen with the weather, so it's worthwhile knowing.
We wouldn't have it any other way, though, would we?
No, you got to try some things out. I don't know, Nick. I'm not a fan of GT3 anyway, or I am a fan of GT3 in the real life series, but not so much sim racing GT3. And GT3 races in the same conditions that last an hour long sometimes can get a bit stale and a bit boring. So I don't know what your thoughts are on that.
Well, as you were saying that, then I watched Marquez just go a bit wide, get some wheels on the grass and spin out there. So I love these conditions, and I think, as someone who used to sim race, I wished it had happened more. Races can be very static. Exactly, yeah. Races can be very static, so it'll be a bit like, in comparison to the last Formula 1 race. You know, do you risk it? Do you come in early? You know, is the rain going to change? Do you take an early stop or do you wait? So I think it's going to add a huge extra aspect here that we could yield some surprising results.
Yeah, we don't know. I mean, we don't know whether the weather's going to change enough for people for that sort of changeover between dries to wets is going to happen. We genuinely don't know. Have no idea. That's sort of what we're that's what we're expecting.
The other
here.
concern is the lower classes. You know, if some of these faster people are going to start spinning out, they're going to be in the contention here. So we might see some surprise results from them as well. I know for a fact that we saw some last time where we thought, are they in the right class? So it'll be really interesting to see where they end up after all this.
Yeah, also the gap, fastest person in practice, James Seville, 2050, and we've got, I mean, even to P20 the gap is 2.5 seconds. P30 we've got 4 seconds there. It's quite a significant gap between drivers in this one, even more so than normal. So we are just coming to the end of the session. It is worth saying, did John join the server late? His livery's not loaded. That's a little bit annoying, but the livery should be there.
I'll have a look in a moment.
It's removed all of my liveries. Not all of them, it's removed some of them.
Okay, well, at least you know who each one is. I will keep on. We do keep tabs on social media as good as we can. So that includes YouTube chat, and I will occasionally look at Discord chat. But if there's anything you want to say or get across, then best to put it on the YouTube chat.
Yeah, exactly, as Nick says. So we are here. We are keeping an eye on that. So, same as last week. Then we've got the bronze class, the red door-handled cars going out first. Who are all just flowing out onto the track at the moment. So we've got Andy Purcell, who is the first of the cars out on track. So just looking at the weather for this session. So it's heavy rain now, or sort of medium rain. After 10 minutes, in 10 minutes time, the rain is going to lighten off, and then after another, at the end of the session, it actually says that the rain is going to disappear completely for the probably the last 5 minutes of the session. So in terms of qualifying, these even these guys, the last 5 minutes of their session is going to be drier than the beginning. So even just in this first 15 minutes, there is going to be a variation in weather. So that is going to be interesting, definitely.
I'm watching Joy on a charge. He's literally just absolutely bombed out of the pit lane past another driver. I think he has some unfinished business from after his result in the last round.
Yeah, of course, caught up in that start accident last time. We watched that by so many times, and unfortunately that was just caused by cars going over the crest of the hill on the flat out part of the circuit. No one really thought that there'd be an accident at the top of there, and unfortunately the guys at the back, their races ended very prematurely, which was a shame.
I don't think his livery helps. I think there's a bit of a target on the side of his livery, so maybe that was an intentional move by someone.
Oh, Nigel. So,
Nigel.
So where are we on the track? We're just going round. This is where the F1 guys start, isn't it? Is Abbey Farm, the first complex. GTs, they start on the old traditional straight through Woodcote onto the main straight and into Copse, so it's slightly different.
Excellent track knowledge there, almost like you've got a little guide helping you.
I mean, some might say that I might have a printout of the circuit next to me, but maybe not. So we've just come through Copse.
Go on, sorry.
So we go. Carry on, mate.
No, honestly, it's all good. I'm watching with Coombs at the moment after his round 1 victory. He's doing a lot of warming up, a huge amount of warming up those tyres.
So we're on board with Gary Turnbull as we go through Maggots and Beckett's. Very, very difficult, particularly in these conditions. Obviously, this is a notorious set of corners as we really struggling for traction through there. Now down onto the Hangar Straight. In these cars, it's almost a chance to have a bit of a breather down here. It is a substantial amount of straight for people to try and overtake. I think we actually do get into 6th gear as we now go down into the Stowe right-hander. Through there, running wide here will get you an off-track. Down now through the little short straight down into Vale. Very, very tight. First gear normally, left hand. As we run wide a little bit, right hand, car scrabbling for grip. Then out into Club. This is where the F1 cars start. That will be an invalidated lap for Gary, and it is indeed.
Very, very wide there.
So now we go into Abbey Farm. This is where the F1, this is their turn 1. GT cars not. Now into Farm. Then into a tight right-hander, which is called Village. And an even tighter left-hander, which is just simply called the Loop, which sends us back into Aintree and then back onto the Wellington Straight. Quite long laps here at Silverstone. They are over 2 minutes long. Even in the dry, I think the sort of really quick lap times are around about a 1:57. So a lot, almost what 35 seconds longer than Zandvoort. But now we go into Brooklands and then into the right-hander at Luffield. Trying to almost double apex this corner as we go around. Actually, we're on the grass, but yeah, that last corner is Woodcote and then it's the start finish straight. So first lap put in by Andy Purcell, a 2 minute 8, and Mark Lister behind at 2 minutes 8 seconds. So we will try and go on board with somebody else. Who should we go on board with? Smith, actually. Smith is just about to complete his lap. Just going around Luffield into Okay. Anyone else catching your eye? I suppose it's a bit difficult at the moment with the session just starting to see what kind
Yeah,
of...
it's all very chilled out at the moment. Well, we've just got Webber's just gone ahead, only by 0.4. But yeah, the time's starting to roll in now.
So yeah, 0.4 up for Patrick Webber. Again, the conditions might be completely different now. Who knows? But the quickest guys in the practice conditions, whatever they were 2:05.
The man on the mission, Joy, who I called it. I said he was on a mission, and he's just gone P1. Granted, it's only, well, actually, it's by a full 9/10. So yeah, he's already set a huge bar there.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see where everyone slots in. Who else is going quick? Purcell, currently 0.8 up on his fastest time.
Oh, I'm rubbing my hands together now because I can now watch the delta times, whereas for the first lap you don't really have that, so you feel like you're a bit alone in the dark. But yeah, I mean, Dowling straight away, he's almost a second up. That should, with the time, if he can continue this pace, he should be a good P2, P3. So he's got another 40 odd seconds left of the lap, so we'll wait and see that.
Yeah, again just going through the last corner at Luffield in the fitted UK Motorsport liveried car, and he is looking like Purcell is going to be at least a second up, which is going to put him about a couple of tenths. This is going to put him P2, and it does.
P2, yeah.
7.8. We've also got Coombs. I think Tom's from Scotland, though, sort of worked out from different bits and pieces. It's good to see some Scots in here.
Yeah, we could do with a little bit of extra information like nationality flags and stuff. Then again, I'm sure you probably have something like the Zimbabwe flag or something.
More than likely. So again, anyone else? Purcell is going quicker at the moment. Again, if he keeps his sort of pace up, he will be P1. So we'll keep an eye on that.
Dowling, he was on a flyer as well, up to P3 there. It's fascinating to see the top three as close as they are, just under 3.5 tenths there.
Yeah, it's a great lap by John Dowling, actually.
Was he involved in the?
Yes,
he was involved as well, wasn't he? Yeah.
And he was too damaged to even continue, so that was the man on the mission is Coombs, and he does go P1. I just caught it just in time. I just saw the delta. And he goes P1 by 21 thousandths of a second.
He'll be loving that.
It's quite close, the bronze class, actually, today.
It's lovely to see. It's lovely to see. I'm just waiting. I'm hoping for a bit more from Lister here. Mark Lister, new to sim racing, isn't he?
New to sim racing, mate. Yeah.
Yeah. So I love when there's newbies that come in. Reminds me of when I first started sim racing. It just very exciting time. And at first you're a bit cautious, but as time goes on, I'm sure he'll pick up the pace.
I think the weather's getting drier. I've got to be honest. As Coombs is currently 5 tenths up again, I think the weather is, the rain is coming down less heavy now, and I think most people are looking like they're going to be improving quite substantially. Turnbull by a second, quickly jump to him.
Webber a second as well, and he actually has, he's losing time now, but he's still got the potential here. Maybe he can grab something last second to get P2 or P3. We'll wait.
Turnbull's looking like he's going to jump up into P5. I know he's gained about 3 tenths in the last corner, and he goes into P5, but only 5 tenths off the lead. We've also got Dowling is about to improve by a tenth, but the times are so close that this is going to put
Watch Webber.
Oh yeah, Webber's just about to come across the line, as is Dowling. Dowling is going to come through first, and he's going to go P3, and Webber is going to improve and go P1.
I told you to watch Webber. That was an incredible last sector there. He just shot up, gained at least 4 tenths, but funnily enough, Joy still has the fastest third sector.
Mate, this is insane. So Joy is about to go 7 tenths quicker and go back to P1, which he does, but then we've also got Coombs just behind him, who's also just about to improve by a similar time. I think the track is most definitely getting quicker. This is going to be very, very interesting for the silver and the gold guys as well.
You said it was going to start drying up with 5 minutes. Did you refer to 5 minutes of this class qualifying or the overall qualifying?
This session, the last 5 minutes, so now
Wow.
are going to be drier than what they were at the beginning.
Okay.
Maybe not visually, but I'm torn on what to put my graphics on. Because if I put my graphics on high, I get a bit of lag, but I want to see the dry line, you know. So who else is going quicker? Dowling. He's currently 5 tenths up, which would put him P3 if he can. In fact, he's lost a tenth in the last corner, unfortunately. So he will improve, but not by position. Everyone else is actually not improving. I think they're all on outlaps now. So, a bit of a lull. These guys, I think, have got probably one more lap that they can do, as Dowling actually just absolutely smashes the first part of his lap and is currently 5 tenths up.
You know what? I'm on board with Dowling at the moment, and the track it's not looking terrible, you know. There's no, I mean, I've got my graphics on set ultra high, and I'm not seeing huge puddles or anything like that. In the braking zone, you can start to see the darker rubber coming through, so I think you're pretty spot on.
It'd be interesting to see how the times tumble during qualifying, actually. So, Dowling is going to go improved by about 3 tenths, not by position, but he will get ever closer to Joy and Webber and Coombs at the front. So yes, he does improve, but he's 7 tenths behind P1. Randomly, Turnbull has just set the fastest sector 1, but unfortunately has just run wide. So Turnbull, I think, is the quickest man on track at the moment, but he's struggling with keeping the car between the white lines, so he's getting invalidated lap times.
It's very rare that you see someone as, I know the conditions play a part, but he's P6 at the moment, you know, 1.2 seconds off the pace, but yet with the fastest middle sector. Anyone who can do a faster sector usually has the potential of doing something, so he'll be a bit disappointed here.
Yeah, as I say, he just needs to keep it on the track. But yeah, we're following Purcell, he's half a second
He's
up.
given up. Is this the last lap for them?
This one more, I think.
Yeah, okay, he must be doing there's definitely a drying line appearing, and quite a big one as well at that.
Okay, with that in mind, I'm going to try and go crazy and go back to Epic. Does that make a difference? We will see. Or, to be honest, I don't think it's really made much of a difference, but so, Purcell, 5 tenths up. Joy's going another 4 tenths quicker on his lap too, so as Purcell goes P3 in class, 2:07.3, so time still tumbling. Booth is going quicker in P9, Lister's going quicker. The people that are in the pits really don't, they haven't got time now to come back out. I'd say they've, bit of a wasted opportunity, the people in the pits here, because the track is a lot drier. The only person I can see is Coombs will get another lap in. He's run wide on this one, despite setting a joint quickest sector 1 with somebody else, which is insane in itself.
Yeah. It's a hell of a spot. Yeah, you've got to be in it to win it. All the drivers should know that the times are tumbling. I mean, even if you sit in your pit box for literally 30 seconds, you will watch the activity out there. But, you know, literally over the half the field have decided just to sit there.
Which is the wrong choice on this one. Yeah. The track's drying. I don't know whether this is a bit of an experience with Coombs, the bronze class. Potentially Coombs actually goes into the pits. Okay. Yeah. Everyone...
Joy. It's going to go slightly faster again if you can keep this up. Booth, as you pointed out before, 1.5 seconds up. It might get him P7. Might be able to get him P7, P6 maybe.
In fact, I am going to go back to medium because it's not making any difference with the track. But it's getting a bit choppy. Done. Yes, we will follow Mr. Booth, Andy Booth. That is a nice looking Porsche, I said that last time. Also got Boo on the window, which I enjoy as well.
I absolutely love the livery. It's just stunning.
So,
One
the
of my favourite of the
Raw
grid.
is about to happen. There is going to be another 28 cars just leaving the pits very, very shortly. As Booth improves. P7. So, Joy, Coombs, Purcell, Webber, Dowling, Turnbull, Booth, Tucker, Smith, Lister are your
top 8 by only 1.6 seconds, and if you think about the lap time there, that's going to be really good. But yeah, Booth has just been caught up with the rest of the field. They'll be feeling a little bit intimidated now.
Yeah, all the field on their outlaps, of course. Booth will just pull into the pits, as will Joy. He should just go into the pits really, rather than finishing his lap, but we'll see.
This is where it gets a little bit hard to keep track. It's quite easy with 10 drivers, but now we actually have to scroll down to see drivers. It's going to be quite an interesting one. So I don't think I'll be very vocal for the first lap. Booth is actually starting to slow down some of the cars now. They're trying to scramble and get positions behind him. So I
just
think I
really
agree
quick,
with
mate. I'm just going to go through as Joy does go in the pits. So
Of
Joy
course.
206.8 is the pole time for the bronze class. Coombs very, very close, only a 10th behind. Then Purcell half a second. Webber only a 10th behind that. Dowling only a 10th behind that. So that pack of 3 cars there, very, very close. Then Turnbull another 2 tenths. Booth another 4 tenths. Tucker pretty much an identical time to Booth in P8. Then Mr. Smith and then Mark Lister bringing out the cars. So who is actually out on track at the front of all of these guys? Marquez, interestingly, staying in the pits. It is going to be getting drier. The weather forecast is for it to dry out further and the rain to get less. So, this session is going to be quickest, or the track is going to be the quickest at the end of the session. Will it get dry enough for slicks? Probably not. The track isn't greasy, it's just damp. It's not wet, it's literally saying it's damp, which is in between tyres, really.
Sandberg managed to get out there first.
Yeah, I've got to apologise to Oscar because if his livery has loaded, so we're alright. Yeah, some haven't. Not many haven't, but some haven't. So, is it Oscar is at the front of this queue, is he? Yes, he is.
Yeah, yes, yeah.
As we go through maggots and...
With Christensen only 1.6 seconds behind.
Okay, cool. So yeah, we will follow Oscar. See what kind of lap time we put down as we go onto the hangar straight. As the lump of salmon comes down into Stowe. Down this little short square into Vale and then into Vale chicane. Really tight left, don't hit the sausage curb, then into the right hander and through club. Down the Hamilton straight and Oscar's run wide, so that he's somehow, that has not validated his lap. We all saw how wide that was. That was very wide.
Yeah, he will have lost a bit of he lost some rear end grip there as well, so he won't be happy with that. He'll have lost a little bit of momentum there and speed.
He's got some very quick guys behind him. He's got the 3 Pulse guys behind him, Seville, Dixon and Christensen, so they will be putting in quick times behind him. So it's interesting when we see these guys come through, what sort of time Sandberg and the 3 Pulse guys will do. You can see them just behind.
Waiting for the first sector times coming through very shortly.
So coming into the very, very last few corners, Brooklands, Luffield and Woodcote complex at the end, and onto the start-finish straight. Track's still damp, temperature 20 degrees, it's warming up and getting a bit drier, so I'll tell you what, Nick, this is going to be, the times again I think in this session are going to tumble as it goes on. So Oscar goes P1 with a 2:04.0. Miles just behind him, 2:04.4. Oh no, Oscar P3 actually. Seville with a 2:04.0. Dixon 2:04.4. Sambo 2:04.6. Amundsen 2:04.7. And then Daffern 2:05.8. Then Monty Wilson struggling a bit actually compared to where we'd normally expect him to be. And then Christensen P7. Got quite a few clusters of cars, haven't we? So who are we going to follow? Let's go with one of the silver guys. Henry Handy actually goes P5. That's a great lap. 1.6 off the leaders.
I'm laughing to myself then because I was saying before how Oscar didn't get very good exit on the final corner. He got the fastest for a sector of the lap, so it goes to show that I don't really know much about grip.
Just a really quick thing as well before things kick off. We'll just go with on board with John Cheel here. Just got to say, prepared this already. Happy birthday to John Cheel. Found out today. I was going to say 26, but he wishes 56 today to our team APR friends. So we just wanted to say a warm welcome from everyone at Exiled. Happy birthday, John, and good luck in the race.
Yeah, absolutely. Happy birthday. Mark's present to you is to accidentally forget to put the livery on.
Everyone else is on, so I don't get it.
Is getting Bogdan's side-by-side battle with a green Porsche. Who drives a green Porsche?
That's Ash Knight, isn't it?
Oh, those two were having a little bit of a battle out, which really annoying to see because they both jeopardise their own laps to do it. But you know,
right. So Jonathan Seville, mate, he's coming through to do his next lap. He's currently 2 tenths up, and I think the plan with everyone here is Christensen goes P2. I think everyone is basically sticking on one set of tyres, fueling up for the session, and just going round and round and round. Monty Wilson 1.7 up at the moment. He goes from P11 to P3. It's actually Sandberg. Yeah, Sandberg out of the top guys at the moment is the one who's sort of struggling. Darren Bolton is currently 6 tenths up on his best time as well. So try and keep an eye on that. In fact, we'll follow him for a little minute. He doesn't get much camera time. He's a bit like Carlos Sainz.
Yeah, some while we're waiting for a second, Andy Booth says Joy and Coombs are scarily fast with the AM split. It's insane. I mean, we're seeing some of the faster class cars doing 206s with those two doing 206s as well. It's a good point.
It is a very good point.
But there has to be a point, doesn't there? There has to be. You're never going to be able to go and get 2 separate fields that are mixed by 2 or 3 seconds. So unfortunately, there are always going to be faster people in some classes. But yeah.
Darren goes from P13 to P9. A 39 car grid this evening, so it's going to be busy. Who else is going? In fact, Darren actually goes ahead of his teammate Henry Handy, and that's good to see. The 3 silver class guys are within a few tenths, so that's obviously working. Mark Heyman's first race for a while with us in P4 in the silver class. There's a car facing backwards there. I think that was Daffern. Who else we got? Kirk Heath. 3 tenths up, which will put him from P19 to P16 if he finishes off. What are the quick guys doing at the moment? So Seville's actually slower. Seville's actually got into the pits, as has Christensen behind him. Dixon's going to finish his lap. He's 4 tenths up, so he's going to go P2, I would imagine. Yes, he does. Only 1.6 tenths off his teammate, so it's currently a pulse 1, 2, 3.
It's that livery that you love.
Yeah, that livery that I love. In fact, Dixon
is
still
2
going
tenths
round.
up.
Track's getting drier, see, so he's found 2 tenths just in Maggots and Beckett's, although he's sort of lost all that again. This track is evolving with every second that goes by. Stavros Konstantinidis.
There's a lot of green deltas now, a lot of them.
Yes.
He's almost a second up as well. Should put him probably P10. Might just pip Bolton and Handy there, as he should.
Again, apologies. Yeah, you can actually see on the weather forecast after this session it's actually scheduled to stop raining, and the clouds are to go away. So what's the weather going to be like for race 1 and what's the weather going to be like for race 2? It literally could be pouring down or it could be dry. So these guys have been driving in this sort of damp, strange sort of weather. Not quite damp, not quite dry, but still definitely wet. The race could be completely dry, and that's going to be very, very difficult for these guys to adjust to. Sandberg actually facing a bit of traffic there. And you are say about tire pressures, Nick, you're completely
Yeah,
right.
I was just saying it was always my Achilles heel, but these guys will know what they need to adjust. But it is weird when you go into a qualifying session, then suddenly you find out that the race is completely opposite. It kind of throws you in that 2-minute warm-up time. But again, these guys know what they're doing, so.
Who's Serkan Duran is currently 6/10 up. This will put him. He's currently in P24. If he keeps this up, he will go up into about P17. Also, Chris Rosbrook is currently in the middle of the bronze guys at the moment, so he'll want to put in a lap that's representative of his pace, I believe. He is over a second up on this lap, so we'll keep following him. Currently P30. This will put him in about. In fact, improving by over a second is only going to gain him about 4 spots.
Yeah, I was just looking at Duran's up as well by 7/10, but again, he should be able to pick up P17 with this lap time. And he is close to finishing it as well. I'm just watching him now.
Honourable mentions at the moment. We've got Daffin and Bolton in the silver class beating one of the pro guys, but on the whole, the classes are working out well. And also, yeah, we've got John's actually really struggling in these conditions. I would have expected him to be up. I mean, he's P34 at the moment. This is unusual. John has improved massively over the last sort of few. Well, since season 6, he's got a lot quicker. So this is not where we're used to seeing him.
Doesn't quite seem to have the confidence in the car. I'm watching him. It's just a very, very twitchy car. Unless these are conditions that he's not really prepared for, but he's very tentative with it. But you know, again, as you said, I mean, he's literally a second up now, so that's going to be good for him.
The man on the move at the moment, Marquez and Amundsen. We've got this group of probably the first 7 ones that we are used to doing really quick. Marquez is currently 7/10 up, so this is, if he can keep this up, provisional pole. So we will stay with Marquez and see what he can do. So we go down the Wellington Straight towards Brooklands. This is going to be a good lap now. This is looking very, very close to pole. And this is going to be an RKO out of nowhere if he smashes this on pole. People have got time for one more lap. So Marquez, I don't think he's going to be about 5 thousandths off. And he goes P2. 0.072 off the pole. But he's got time to do one more lap. Amundsen, similar story. He's currently 7/10 up. This is about to put him on provisional pole if he can finish the lap. Again,
I don't want to say anything. I don't want to risk anything at all. I don't want to have a
Amundsen
competitive
7/10 up. We're just watching the Delta sort of swaying this way, that way. Is he getting the power on? He doesn't get the power on good enough, and this is only probably going to put. I say only going to put him P2, P3. Which one is it going to be? P4. He drops even more time. Everyone has got green Deltas. Everyone in the top 11 that is currently going round have quite significant green Deltas.
Marquez is breaking his flash.
This track has evolved. Even Ashley Knight at the moment, currently down in P8. If he nails this lap, he's going to be in the top 3. The track is drying, guys.
He's going to be absolutely fuming. Marquez has got caught up with the car in front, and it definitely jeopardised him. He will be fuming.
Ash Knight again, he's got too confident out of the last corner there, and he's lost 3/10. He was on for P2, but he's going to still improve from P9 to P6. Seville at the front is just on another level again. He's about 3/10 off the pole. Sandberg struggling, P8. We did not expect Oscar to be down here. Darren Bolton is about to jump Stevenson, I think, to go P10.
Oh, I think it was Adam Smith that held back Marquez.
So we'll follow. Qualifying is over now. So guys, Bolton goes 11, improves by 5/10, but it only goes up 1 position. Who else have we got? Oscar is going to improve, but it's so tight in that mid pack. Where's it going to put him? Currently P8. He's only going to improve by 3/10, but he goes only 1 place. Wow, Nick, 5th to 9th, separated by only 2/10.
I don't even know what to say. That's when you know that the classes have been done right. We've got a few final people. Number 3 car.
On board at number 3 now, mate. Nailed it. So he's going to improve by 4/10. But again, where the weather's happened, 4/10 isn't going to gain him anything. But we've got the top 10 cars. I mean, Mr. Seville sort of ruined my everyone within a second thing by going 5/10 quicker. So we'll ignore Mr. Seville. P2 to P11 are separated by just a second. So that, yeah, again, it's going to be Jonathan's race to lose, isn't it?
Yeah, we got Knight. He's going to be Knight. Might even pip Monty here. Actually, Knight might pip Monty. He's just lost the time, but I know he's gaining it.
Sandberg will be very disappointed. I know Oscar very competitive, but Ash Knight goes
Knight up to
P3.
third.
Great lap from Ashley Knight there at the end, literally making the most of these drying conditions and pinging the car into P3.
Watch out now. We've got one more mover who's 7/10 up, coming into the final corner.
So we've got Konstantinidis. He's currently a 2nd up, so this is going to put him in that top pack as well. He goes from P15 to P10.
P10.
Wow, so that was a very, very, very close session. And you can see the race, bone dry. This is what we wanted, guys. So all of that work that they've done in the wet, getting used to those damp conditions. Now you can do one, mate. It's dry now. What are you going to do?
And not having a clue of the conditions here. Like it'll be dry, but will it be grippy? Will it be greasy? They have no idea. One of the drivers, Thomas Coombs, saying the track evolution playing a part in qualifying. It's amazing to hear. That's exactly what was the idea of this whole thing was. But anyway, I'll let you use this time to go through the grid.
Okay, so P1. In actual fact, I'm going to go and get another 440 milliliter can of 5% lager, I think, while this is doing, and I will run through the grid. It's quite a long outlap, isn't
it? Get some hold music that I can play whilst I'm waiting for him to go and get a beer.
Done it, mate.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting.
So I can tell you, this race is completely dry. You can see on the top right hand corner next to where it says session start.
Are you disappointed in that?
No, I think people were expecting changeable conditions, so again it's thrown another curveball. So it's going to be completely dry. So
one day I will get my my change conditions mid race. One day I will. I'm still waiting.
We've got another race at Imola, so round, I can't remember, 6 or 7, that's 90 minutes long, and that's got changeable conditions as well. So that will have, in theory, a dry to wet cycle, wet to dry cycle. There is going to be a bit of a change in that one, so there is another opportunity for that to happen. Anyway, so we're going to run through the grid in a second. So those people that have been bombing around in those wet conditions, as we say, forget all that, because now it's dry, so tough luck. Anyway, we will go through the grid. Number 1, Jonathan Seville. P2, Wagner Marquez. P3, Ash Knight. Bit of nerves there, maybe. That's a very, very, very good qualifying amongst some very fast company up there. P4, Miles Dixon. How do we get to the... Let's do it this way. So we'll go back. Ashley Knight, Miles Dixon, Anders Amundsen. Monty Wilson, P6, P3 in the last round. Rasmus Christensen. It's great to see how competitive this is. So we've got P2 P2 from the last round in P6, and Oscar in P8, so a little bit lower down than last time. First of the silver class, Kyle Dafford, sandwiched between Stavros Konstantinidis, and in second place in the silver class, Darren Bolton. Jody Marsh, sorry, you're never going to be called Jonathan. Jody Marsh, Chris Stevenson, Daniele Piu, Alistair Ramsden, Simon O'Neill, P16, AJ Jones, P17, Henry Handy. He'll be disappointed with that. He was almost YI man. He was bragging about how quick he was.
Oh my word! I literally just wrote. Sorry.
You've bollocksed up there, man, haven't you?
I've just wrote to the chat. My game is to take a shot for every time I say fuming, or you do a Newcastle accent as you say YI man.
So P19 for Mark Heyman. That's really good on his first race back. It's good to see Mark back as well.
Welcome back, Mark.
Adam Smith is P20. Tom Smith is under the thumb, and his wife won't let him race this evening, so that's why he's not here. P21. Hi Adam, sorry, I forgot you were here. Hello. That's a good qualifying, Adam Gardner, P21. Let's hope he gets round and has a good race this evening. Serkan Duran, P22. Kirk Heath, 23. Michael Hutchinson, P24. Chris Rosbrook. It's really annoying when the bloody TV camera and it changes away from the car, but anyway. Rosbrook, P25. Dominic Joy, first of the bronze class, P26. Tom Coombs, so these two who qualified first and second last time, first and second this time. Andy Purcell, P28. Patrick Webber, P29. John Dowling, P30. Gary Turnbull, P31. Andy Booth, P32. Mike Tucker in P33. James Sheridan, P34. Carl Smith. Oh, Tom is there. Hello, Tom. P36. Well done, man. That's amazing. Congratulations. You can be so proud. Mark Lister, P37. Andy Wilkins, P38. And John is actually in the pit lane.
Yeah, he last had the birthday boy last to start from the pit lane. So I'm hoping that's a tactical choice
rather than a choice. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's sad to see. And
anyway,
his livery's gone from me as well. But yeah, anyway.
So issues with his livery. Anyway,
well done for doing all that.
He's the only livery that's missing, so that's cool, I guess. Not for John.
It's the birthday livery.
Right, so Helicam, that's it. Coming around the last corner now. Hooray! It's a long old pace lap, isn't it? So like I say, we won't be going through Abbey and Farm for GT3s. We will be going through Copse, Maggots, Beckett's, the old F1 layout. The track is optimum. There is no rain forecast. When the lights go green, we go racing. And I can't see the lights because they're too far away.
There they are.
There they are. And we are go.
As a poor start from Marquez.
Yeah, Seville has a great start, but Knight has an even better start, and Marquez. Marquez goes massively wide. Everyone's sort of around. Let's try and jump into the middle of the field. Bit of a big pile up, big pile up, big pile up towards the back. We will try and catch what's going on there in a bit. There's a Ferrari off on the inside of Beckett's. He rejoins the circuit safely, I hope. Yes, there's quite a lot of cars at the back that were involved in that, but.
Oh, Wilson is having a mare of a race. He's getting tangled up.
He's been tagged. We just saw that down the bottom. Is that Monty Wilson spinning?
Yeah, it was Monty Wilson. It looked like Darren Bolton as well, but I will need to go back by 15 seconds. Monty Wilson was kind of tapped off beforehand, and he's rejoined the track in a questionable state.
So John Chills, with the advice of that, he is going round. He is on the track. So. We're just waiting for these gaps to sort of, this plug-in goes a bit mental at the start, but we're waiting for everything to sort of consolidate. We'll go back to the TV view, so we're following Daffern in P9. Sandberg, the biggest mover at the start, he's gone from P8 to P4. I know these Turn 1 guys will have good setups, so they will have an advantage there with some of the pro guys, as he will have a setup ready for these dry conditions straight away. Who else we got? Dominic Joy having a look at Mark Heyman. There's a car spinning off on the inside. Again, very... Christensen is close to Amundsen. And I did get some good news actually. Just a reminder, of course, this race is only 30 minutes long, no pit stop, so it's going to be fast and furious.
A bit like the way that Monty is driving at the moment. He is a man hell-bent for revenge. He's been involved in too many incidents already for me to go back and see the replays, unfortunately.
Oh my days, he's back in P31.
Yeah. Again, he had a big come together. I think it looked like a green APR car. Might be wrong. But yeah, that'll need to be a post-race look. So yeah. But anyway.
Okay, so we're following Darren Bolton at the moment, who is following his class leader, Carl Daffin. Sevilla's gapped Marquez by 1.5 seconds already.
Darren up to P10 already with his teammate Henry going backwards. He's P16. How is John getting on? Gained 4 positions already.
So, closest battle on track at the moment I can see is Darren Bolton. We don't want to be looking at his face. There's loads of cars run wide in front of us. Oh, there's contact with one of the cars merging back. That was one of the Pulse cars. That was Christensen driven into the side of Sandberg. Sloppy. It has to be said, from the pro guys that are being sloppy here this afternoon. But Darren has got a bit of a run on Daffin. Again, this is for the lead of the class. Has Darren got his rain light on? Because if he hasn't, he won't be able to overtake. It's as simple as that. So in all of that melee, we've got Dominic Joy is leading. It looks like, yes, Tom Coombs has dropped a few places in class. Sheridan is having a look at Dowling. It's for P29 and P30. He won't get that done. But there is this big group at the moment for P6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Nick, please feel free to shout if you see anything going on.
I'm doing my best. I was just watching an instant, and it's as usual. All the fastest guys just having a bit of a "I'm faster than you, so let me by." All very argy-bargy, but at the moment, yeah, there'll be a lot of incidents to look at, but nothing too dramatic from what I can see. So nothing to report. Christensen is very, very close to Sandberg, so I'm just watching that at the moment.
Also,
Sandberg has gone wide.
It looks like Handy and Stevenson and Pugh are very, very close as well. I just watched Pugh go around the outside. In fact, Stevenson runs wide into, I think we're at Cops, aren't we? Yeah, Henry's going to have a look around the outside into Maggots and Beckett's. That's not the place to do it. He's lost quite a bit of momentum to Smith behind him. We've got Monty. One of the Monty.
Whoa. He's just not having a good one.
Is that? Yeah, I just saw that. In fact, that was Daffin going off and Darren taking the lead in class. I don't know whether there was any contact there. No, there wasn't. Yeah, it looks like...
Have you checked?
Yeah, there's no contact. So it looks like we missed it, but it looks... Yeah. Yeah, Marsh is now second in class. It looks like he's had a wobble. Knight is all over the back of Marquez as well for P2. Henry was just looking down the inside of Stevenson. I don't know what to look at. I think these guys... This is the battle for P14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, Daffin is at the back of this group now. We didn't see what happened. Oh, I had some news as well. The guy who makes this plugin, I've been speaking to him. He's actually agreed to look at if cars, adding an option in the incidents thing, that if cars lose a significant amount of time, i.e. spin, we'll be able to look at those as incidents as well. So that
is amazing. That's amazing. Apologies for that then. Daffin lost it on his own. Lost the rear end on his own and spun out. I thought it was Monty's car at the time, but I forgot that the liveries had disappeared and they changed car. So he lost it on his own. That's when Darren went past.
We've got a group that are here from P20 all the way down to P24 that are all... There's quite a few big clusters actually. This is the... Oh, actually no, Christensen, Dixon. I hate clicking around, but we'll try. So we've got this little gaggle here. This is Oscar Sandberg, Miles Dixon and Rasmus Christensen. Remember the Pulse guys qualified 1, 2 and 3. And they've
Dixon
had a bit
of
team orders there, yeah? Dixon letting Christensen go. Which is interesting.
that's definitely a case of Christensen is faster than you. Do you understand?
We've got a fair bit. Konstantinidis, who was towards the back of the pro class, is also up now in P5.
Oh, look at the Pew train. Just look at the Pew train. Oh,
yeah,
love it.
To jump to the Pew train. Yeah, we've got all of these cars going down the Hanger Straight, going down into Stowe now. These guys are all following O'Neill.
They are literally just all moving brake markers at the moment. They're just using each other as their own brake markers, hence why they can bottle up so easily.
And yeah, Monty Smith is really struggling. He's battling now for P21, P22 with Tom Smith, so definitely not where we expected Monty to be.
No. Although he has gained, he was further down, so he's done well, I guess, but
Christensen, we just got Christensen is right behind Sandberg.
I'm on it. Nervous? I get very nervous. That's a hell of a run that he's just got from that corner.
Yeah, that was a run out of the loop. This is down the Hanger Straight. The Wednesday Straight even, out of Main Tree. So we're now going through Brooklands, Luffield, Woodcote. This is probably the battle we will stay with for a while. In fact, actually,
so they'll be pretty
Stevenson
chuffed.
Actually was just getting close to Pew and he's run wide. And Henry Handy is now looking around the outside, trying to use the momentum, but in fact trying to get past Stevenson, he's actually going to lose the place to Smith, but no, he's got the run out of the corner. I think he's going to keep that place for now. Is there still? Yes, he just knocked in behind, so status quo on that one. Dixon's let Christensen by, and now is stuck behind Christensen. And can we just talk about the fact that Seville is 7.5 seconds ahead of everyone?
I said his name before. I don't even know what to say. Last lap, because he's not fighting anyone, he was his last lap was the fastest, a 57.4 compared to a 59 flat for Marquez. I mean, that's what 2.5 seconds, 1.5 seconds there.
Yeah, so yeah, Seville's 2.5 quicker than anybody else really on circuit at the moment. So.
That's of course because Marquez is getting pressured from Knight, who's less than a second behind, but hopefully Marquez will be praying that Amundsen helps him a little bit here
so
by applying pressure to
Knight. 3 wide going
into
the 3 wide, 3 gonna go. Yeah, we just caught it. Gardner's the one who misses out the most. Oh mate, they were 3 wide going into where's that on the track? Onto the old start and finish straight. Yeah, just going through Club onto the Hamilton Straight. We had Daffin, Smith and Gardner 3 wide round there.
It's one of those moves where you finish it and go, "What? This is brilliant racing." But on the other hand, it could have also ended 3 races for those 3 drivers. So, yeah, a little bit of a cynic on those moves. But there you go.
So Christensen right up behind Sandberg now. Are we going to see any kind of movement? It seems to be these conditions are very, very hard to pass. It seems very hard to pass.
You know what? Joy, Darren Joy here. He's got in the mix with silver classes. He's actually putting a bit of pressure on Gardner here, which will probably mean that Gardner now unfortunately loses some time on the guys in front. Meanwhile, Christensen is putting so much pressure on Sandberg. He's literally just 2/10 behind, with Dixon ready to pick up the pieces as well.
Again,
he got a bit of a tank slapper there. He got a tank slapper, and now Dixon is right behind him instead.
Yeah, I think Dixon's made a mistake there in letting him go, you know.
Yeah. They will be in community. Yeah, Dixon is flashing. He's flashing his own teammate, and he gives him the place. I tell you what,
Pulse are in their own Discord, aren't they? So they'll be talking to each other.
And quite rightfully so. You know, it is a teamwork effort at the end of the day.
So we're watching Stevenson, Handy, and O'Neill having a bit of a battle. This is for P12, 13, and 14. That Aston seems to be a lot more nimble than that big Honda in front. Oh, it's the Nissan, not the Honda. Sorry.
Monty now in a battle with Joy and Heyman. And he's got them. He's up to P20.
Stevenson having a look around the outside of O'Neill into Vale, but he won't get that done. Into Abbey, sorry. Smith and Daffern very close.
I'm fascinated with the dynamic of Christensen and Dixon. I'm absolutely fascinated. They just seem to be swapping positions, but then going nowhere with it.
Holding each other up, aren't they?
Yeah, and Sandberg's now he's just driving on, and no matter what way these guys are communicating with each other, it just doesn't seem to be working now.
Just for the record as well, mate. Yeah, another 57.5 for Seville.
Well,
again, over a second, well over a second quicker
yeah.
than anybody else on track at the moment. Insane. So again, I think the best battle that we've got at the moment is we've got D Joy looking at the back of Chris Stevenson, and in fact he's going to go down the inside of O'Neill. He's going to try and pass both of them in one corner, but doesn't quite get it done. Joy needs to be careful because he's not, although he's not racing these guys in his class.
It's a bit like when you lap though, you know, you have to put your foot out sometimes, and if he wants to be a higher class, I guess he will be making these moves. But yeah, for the guy that if anything did ever come of it, he would be, you know, furious if he got taken out. But yeah.
So we have Jonathan Marsh and Darren Bolton for the lead of the silver class, P9, P10 on circuit. Darren is having to defend now into the chicane.
Watching Tom Smith about to take Heyman on the outside, and that's there you go, lovely pirouette for both of them. You'll have to go back to that one, please. Heyman and Tom Smith, 15 seconds will do.
Heyman, let's have a look. Go back 15 seconds. Oh wow,
they're still at it. They're still at it.
Says Heyman and Smith. That was almost synchronised, wasn't it? That was beautiful.
Yeah. And they're still, I mean, it's a good, interesting battle. You can tell it wasn't intentional for either. They are trying to do side-by-side battling. But, I know that was... Ugh. Anyway, let's carry on.
So again, the closest battles, Amundsen, Constantinidis for P4 and P5. Dixon and Christensen are following each other. I don't really want to follow that as a battle because that's inter-team. I don't think they're going to be doing anything too stupid. So the closest battle on track that we have at the moment is Darren Bolton, APR Gold, and Jonathan Marsh, and this is for the silver class.
And we have some bad news for the birthday boy. He is in the pits. He's 2 laps down, it would appear. His last lap was a 2:16, fastest a 2:02, so it looks like he's called it a day, unfortunately.
Oh no.
It's a huge shame, and that's really going to dent him there, unfortunately. So keep your head up, John, and go and have a good rum or a bit of whiskey or something.
So what have a good whiskey, mate. Right, so we're watching the start here. Just grabbing a quick
I'm just watching. Constantine is going to go make a move on Amundsen on the inside. Amundsen's holding his nerve, but he's lost the position. So Amundsen now up to 4th position. Kind of a move in the making. Marsh as well is literally he's about to take Bolton for P9. But again, I've noticed that Bolton's had his elbows out recently, so hopefully he can do the same.
He won't be letting Marsh by very easily.
Well, we've got a fan there. We've got Martin Bryant saying, "Come on, Johnny Marsh." So I feel now obliged to kind of say, "Yeah, come on, you can do it." But unfortunately, I've got to be completely unbiased here.
We've got to remember as well that these races don't have pit stops. So Darren is going to have, unless Jonathan makes a mistake, he's going to have that car in his mirrors for the next 15 minutes. Which, based on the laps that they're doing, that's about another 7 laps of Silverstone. That's a long time to keep him behind.
Yeah.
So who else we got? We've got Adam Smith and Henry Handy both having a bit of a battle as well. Unfortunately, the Smiths, yeah, their livery has loaded. I can see Bloodline written on it, so that's okay. Dixon, actually, the 2 Pulse guys are catching Sandberg once again, so if we keep an eye on that, Smith and Handy. Just trying to get an eye on what happened at the start. Actually, Booth is looking for a move on O'Neill, and then he gets pile drive from behind by Heyman. and loses quite a few spots there, Booth. Just jumped to that in time. That was unfortunate for all involved. I want to know what Lexus it was that had the incident at the start, because there was a Lexus in the middle of it that sort of caused all of the melee into turn 1. Oh, Marsh.
Was that on the first lap?
First lap, mate. Yeah, it's. I've looked on. Blah, 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 blah. It's not number 33. That's all I know. But yeah, something happened at the beginning that caused that sort of big incident. I want to try and grab it if I can. Now we've got replay.
A lot of little battles going on. Little battles. I think the fascinating one. Oh, Smith is going for the outside of Duran here. Faster car should be able to get it done, but we'll see how we get. This is exactly where he went off before. He's trying the. I always call it the Lewis Hamilton undercut.
Yeah, now he's going to be on the outside for the chicane. Isn't
he? Yeah, but no, I think he's going to. No, he's going to play it safe. He's playing it safe.
Duran does well there. Duran's car is actually, I think I may have just discovered by looking at the side of that car, which is completely bent to pieces, which Lexus it was. 114, I believe.
That is Duran.
Yeah, if we have a look at that one at the start, mate, and see what happened. Konstantinidis and Knight now. We've missed this. Konstantinidis has been putting in some decent laps, and he's now right up behind Ash Knight for P3, and Ash Knight's never got that far behind Konstantinidis, you know.
Mate, sorry, I was just loving the battle with Tom Smith and Duran there. It's incredible battle. It's well worth a watch. They are side by side coming down the long straight here. Of course, Duran's going to have the inside line, but Tom he's become the undercut champion at the moment, and here he goes again. So he's going to break. He's going to try the outside this time.
Drive all the way around the outside.
Yeah, but again he's.
He'll have the run. He'll have more power. He should get this done into. Is he going to slot in front? No, because the track's shorter for Duran on the inside, of course, but he's just got a nose in front, but then it's a right-hander now.
Yeah, but no, he's safe. But then again, see how he's trying the undercut there each time.
If that was Hamilton and Verstappen, they would have taken each other off there,
exactly, yeah, but that's what I love. It's lovely, great to see two people that can race this hard and fair next to each other, and it's exactly why I love sim racing. Meanwhile, anything else going on?
I know the other Smith who's looking all over the back of Henry Handy.
Yeah, and despite the fan base here, Marsh unfortunately still has not got Bolton. So as you were saying, Mark, my apologies, Darren there, doing really well with the pressure. Oh, Duran and Smith he's finally got him.
Yeah, we just caught it just in time.
Yeah.
So we've got Purcell and Booth very, very close. P25, P26, that's for P2 in the bronze class. We'll keep an eye on that. Ramsden looking just behind them as well. I'd expect Alistair Ramsden, I'd expect him to be a little bit further up than this, but might be struggling. I don't know, the conditions is. Yeah, Seville's still lapping in the 57s.
Have you seen how close Ash is to Marquez now? 0.3.
Yeah, the top two, P2, P3, P4, very, very close. We've got 10 minutes left of this race, about another 5 laps. You know we've got another one straight after, don't you?
It's fine. I mean, it gives us a chance to. I mean, you'll probably chew another beer.
We've got Dixon now all over the back of Sandberg again.
Oh, and Knight is just he's going side by side.
I've just
go on board last night.
What's happened? Coombs is P1 in the bronze class again. And we've missed that. He's come like out of nowhere. Oh, they smashed! Oh, Knight! Far too. No, I'm not allowed to say anything. Yeah, so that happened. Marquez is still going.
But Dixon just got Sandberg as well. But I think when they came around the corner, they saw the incident, and they, with respect, they managed to calm back down. But what happened then? I need to go back on board with this.
Yeah, something's happened to Joy because Coombs is P1 in class again. So fair play to Tom, amazing. He's just snuck up there again, but Sandberg looks rattled. Dixon is all over the back of him.
Ash just, I don't know. A silly instant, no need. But at least they are where they were. Actually, no. Ash has lost some positions, isn't he?
Yeah, Ash down to P8. But we've got Dixon, Christensen, Sandberg. Again, Christensen looks quicker than Sandberg again.
So we need to try and find
And in
out what
fact, he's
happened
flashing
to
him. He's saying, "Let me by,
Joy
let me
then.
by. I am quicker." And Dixon does let him by, but is this going to put him under pressure from Knight behind? No, he just manages to cover that off. So the two Pulse cars swap position again. Smith and Handy still very, very close. And in fact, Ashley Knight is looking down the inside of Dixon. We've seen contact already with the green Porsche. We will try and have another look.
I don't know when it happened.
I got it, mate. So we're going down into, yeah, you can see, puts it down the inside, and there's contact made between the two cars, unfortunately.
Between Coombs and Joy.
I've not seen what happened to Coombs. Number
86.
86. Is there anything there?
No, it look. Oh, 86. Lap 26. Number 26. I'm gonna try and watch it, but I don't know when it happened.
Oh dear, looks like Andy Booth has had a spin actually. Number 4. Unfortunately, we lose the liveries on the replay, and he gets wiped. He gets taken off by number 42. Unfortunately, number 42 being Purcell. Purcell and Booth there having an incident. And that unfortunately puts Andy Booth down the order. So again, Coombs having a very, in fact he's looking around the outside of the 420 silver class car of Stevenson, can't quite get that done. Interesting, yeah, gonna keep an eye on what's going on at the front. We've got...
Well, apologies that we missed the Coombe and the Joy incident, but in all fairness, with so much going on, it is difficult to... we've got 4 eyes here.
Pitting with the damage, unfortunately, so that's not what we want to see. We know we've got some people following Andy Booth in the chat, so...
Yeah.
So, what we got? We've got Christensen still right behind Sandberg. With 6 minutes to go, about 3 more laps. Just to mention, Seville is 20 seconds up the road. Still running in the 57s. Absolutely unreal. To put that into perspective, only one other driver is in even the 58s, and that was a 58.7, and that was Christensen. So still a second quicker than the field.
I wonder how Christensen and Dixon will be feeling in their cars right now. I'm sure they're probably, with no bad intent, they'll have a few choice words for Oscar at the moment. It's the hindsight thing where they probably felt they had the speed to get ahead, but you know, catching is one thing, isn't it?
Oscar's done well to hold him off, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely.
This does seem a really difficult track to pass on, though. But the next question is, they've got another 30-minute race in a minute. What's the weather going to be?
Christ. I think if you knew that, you'd be playing the lottery. He's got a brilliant run there, Christensen. It's just... So
yeah, my driver of this race so far has been Amundsen. Very quiet. He's just got on with things. I think he started a lot lower down than where he is. P4 is very, very good there for Amundsen. I'm impressed with that. Bolton has gapped Marsh for the lead of the silver class. A great drive from Bolton. P9.
will this be his first class victory, I believe? Well, I mean, there's still time. There's still time.
I mean, and he has got Pugh behind him, not in class. I don't know what I'd do. Would I let him by? I don't know. No, I don't think I would.
You want to go on board with Christensen. This is his chance. Where he is glued to him.
Yeah. So Sandberg defends the inside.
Oh, a little tap there. I think I saw brake lights going on, which is going to affect his run on this one.
Yeah,
Maggotts and Beckett's. Is this Maggotts and Beckett's?
That's Maggotts and Beckett's. If Oscar's tapped the brakes there, that's... I mean, Oscar was on the inside, so he knew he was going to be slower going into Maggotts and Beckett's. He knew that Christensen would have the run, so if he tapped the brakes, then that would obviously nullify any sort of run that Christensen had.
Yeah. It's a reactive thing, isn't it? I mean, it could be my graphic. It could be a graphics glitch there on my thing. I am zoomed out on the helicam at the moment, so don't take my word for it.
Yeah, just keep an eye on Pugh and Bolton, but a little bit of a gap open there now. So yeah, it's Christensen and Sandberg, P5, P6 is what we're currently watching.
Amazes me how Sandberg managed to throw that boat into corners. You've got these nippy little Ferraris behind, and yet he's literally got this cruise ship, and he manages to gracefully get it around corners.
I think Christensen's in a McLaren, Nick, based on the fact that it's got McLaren written on.
Well, I am, as I just pointed out, you can stamp this as well. I did say I was on helicam from quite a far away, so to me it looks like a Ferrari, and it's going to be a Ferrari now, so just deal with it.
That's fine. You are older than me.
Oh, he's tapped him again.
He's tapped him.
Yeah.
You are older than me. Your eyesight's not as good. So it's fine.
I tell you what, Sandberg is going to be feeling exactly how Monty felt last race now, so it'd be interesting to see how he copes with this after post race.
Oh, and speaking of, whose time is massively dropping? I mean, Monty Wilson's done well to go back up into P13. Actually, that's pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's we'll watch Smith run wide. Michael Hutchinson's looking at Tom Coombs. In fact, Hutchinson looks a bit quicker than Coombs. Coombs, this is one of those again. Coombs leading class. He's got the a quicker class behind him. What does he do? But Christensen 0.1 behind now, it's saying on my relative.
He's pushing him through the corners.
He's pushing him through Maggots and Beckett, so...
Yeah. This always happens at the end of the race, and I feel we abandon everyone. There's like a minute and a half to go, and yet we just have to watch this battle, so I apologise to anyone who would be mad. Oh, he makes his move over.
I mean, that Bentley's massive anyway, isn't it? But there's...
Oh!
That's close.
I might have to go to TV2. Oh yeah, it's McLaren.
Again, that McLaren seems to be so much better in the braking zones. He's almost trying not to drive into the back of him, isn't he? But a little bit more of a gap there. Oscar driving very, very, very well. But like you say, it's the same as Monty in the last race. He's had a few taps into the rear.
Yeah, and it affects you. You know, you've been pushed around, and you lose your momentum.
Look, another big touch, another big bang.
Yeah, that was more of a little paint kiss there, but
teammates.
Dixon, like, do it, get the move done.
Dixon just smashed Christensen as well.
Which of course has now affected his momentum. Right, the final lap now.
I mean, Monty, Seville's 20 seconds ahead, so...
I'm just watching Stevenson, Coombs and Hutchinson. They're all very, very close, so I'll see if anything is happening here whilst you keep an eye on that one there.
Well, I'm keeping a really... We'll follow Tom, leader of bronze class, of course. Just keeping an eye on the relative, okay? It's back down to 0.2. Lap car moves out of the way, good lad. Yeah, Oscar's braking a lot earlier into Cops, so Christensen is going to get a run through Maggots and Beckett, and indeed he does. This is, I mean, you can't pass here, can you?
No, you can't. I think, yeah, he's played it safe. We got a yellow flag. I have no idea what it's for. It's gone. There is a car off just in front. I think it was a back run. It was Turnbull.
Cool. So we'll see.
That's one way of getting out of the way of cars. But anyway.
I think Oscar's alright. I think he's going to be okay. There's one more. It's going to rely on a mistake from Oscar for Christensen to get the run. He can't even get alongside to even attempt the move at the moment. And Pugh actually in the Ferrari is pit from P13. It's saying actually that's.
Oh yeah, he has as well.
So all that pressure that Henry had has now disappeared. No, it hasn't. Wilson's right behind him, and in fact, he's looking down the inside at Stowe, and he is. As we're still keeping an eye on Christensen, Henry, Andy, and Monty Wilson racing hard.
You are the leader. It's 15 seconds away from victory.
And Marquez, what's happened to Marquez? Constantinidis is very, very close.
They just swapped positions for a split second.
They did, yeah.
We're going to go back 15 seconds. Oh, he's a back runner.
Well done, John Seville. We will get to you. Christensen's 0.1 behind. He's tagged him. He's pushed Sandberg off. And again, they hit again. And that's terrible.
He's retired it. He will be. Oh.
What is that? Okay. Okay, God, they're looking for P13. Sandberg's right. He's pulled off. He's clearly not happy. He's just retired.
He's just retired the car. You've just done a half-an-hour race.
So he hasn't crossed the line, has he?
No.
Is he stuck?
No, he's
stuck, mate. He's spinning the wheels. He can't get out the gravel. He is beached in the gravel, mate. As we watch the other guys, sorry, Darren, well done. P8 overall, wins silver class. Jonathan Marsh P2, Henry P3 silver class. So Seville, Marquez, Konstantinidis. Well done to Tom Coombs again on a class win. That he snuck up there out of nowhere. It's very, very hard to keep an eye on these people. But yeah, Sandberg is stuck in the gravel. We're still watching him trying to get out. I mean, we've got nothing to lose, have we? Let's have a look what the hell happened. So of course we'll lose the liveries. So Christensen hits him. He doesn't wait, which we do encourage at Exiled, it has to be said. They bump some more. And then Sandberg,
he's gone back to the pits. Yeah.
He ends up in the gravel and can't get back out.
That's a DNF.
It is a DNF.
But,
so can we get on board? Yeah, so they bump. He goes wide. He can't make the corner, and he goes off the track.
So just looking at some of the comments coming through, the driver comments. Monty Wilson apologising to Marsh. Marsh saying no worries, all good. Mick Tucker, wet track, full load, FML. Rasmus. There were some apologies coming through, which is always good. Nice to see. I would not want. Please do not pull Oscar into the room, because I don't think he'll come.
We're not going to pull anyone in from that one. We're going to just keep going. No. And I know for a fact, Oscar is fine. Oscar is absolutely fine.
No. Oh wait, there. No, he says no, cool fight. Oscar says no, cool fight. As driver chat in game. Miles says my bad too. Okay, so I don't know. That might be all good, which I have massive respect for.
There's a lot of love there this evening, isn't there? That's good.
Yeah.
Was drifting while rubbing you. Okay. We'll
let the drivers do what the drivers do. They're all grown-ups.
If they want to rub each other during whenever they can.
Wow, Tom Coombs only finished that with 1.8 laps left of fuel. Oh.
So race 1 done. Race 2, very, very short. I mean,
how long is race 2?
Same.
Half an hour again.
30 minutes. Okay. Yeah, can't believe it.
Wow, it's quarter to 10.
And unfortunately, John is struggling. Yeah, lag. Too much lag. That internet gremlins. I mean, no, we don't have a break for a cigarette, and
the rain is.
Oh my God! Have you seen the weather? So it's raining, and then it's stopping for a bit, and
yes. Yes.
So this race will be full wet at the beginning, and it will be drying off towards the end of the session. So, is everyone on the track? No, they're not, are they? Right.
I don't think I'm ready for this.
I'll be back very shortly.
while we wait, big well done to Darren there. His first victory in class. He'll be chuffed with that. Starting this race P2, I think. I'm not so sure. That's what my standing says. But anyway, well done, Darren. Shame to the birthday boy, John Cheel. Hopefully he sorts his lag out. And once, as always, well done to Coombs for a victory in class, and Seville for a victory in class as well. So well done to those guys. Let's hope that race 2 is a little bit better. Just watch out for those side-by-side contacts. Yeah, agreed, Tom Coombs. Drive like you've got your gran in the car.
How long have we got? 41 seconds.
Yeah. I was just saying then, Tom says drive like you've got your gran in the car, chaps. Oscar then says no in-game chat. I think he's still stuck in that gravel.
That's the most Oscar thing I've ever heard.
Yeah. Anyway, session starts 15 seconds. Is this the grid on broadcasting tool now?
Yeah. So it'll be the same grid.
Why is Daffrin ahead of Bolton? Oh, yes, I'm with you,
mate.
Thank you.
First race.
Yeah,
why is everyone not on the grid, or am I missing something?
According to this, everyone is apart from Heyman. Heyman's in the pits.
Huh? I can't see.
Don't do this to me.
I can see Ashley Knight going out. I can't see Seville. Huh? He's there. Apparently. Yeah. For some reason, I had a view of the entire grid, but couldn't see everyone. So that was weird. So. Very different conditions. Very different conditions. And there are actually puddles on the circuit I can see as well. So we have Seville back to status quo. Seville, Marquez P2, Ashley Knight P3. Can we get a camera that's not going to go all over the place? Ashley Knight P3. He'll be hoping for a better round this time. Miles Dixon, P4. In fact, we'll go with a chase view. Nobody ever uses a chase view, so it's for cheats. P5. Anders Amundsen, very quiet race. Ended up in P4 in that last one. Monty, can he have a better race this time? We know he's quick. P6. Rain. Christensen, P7. Sandberg, P8. Kyle Daffern, P9. Konstantinidis, P10. Darren Bolton, P11. Jonathan Marsh, P12. Chris Stevenson, P13. Alistair Ramsden, P14. Simon O'Neill, I do like that livery, P15. AJ Jones, very quiet race. Didn't see much of him in that previous one.
Just read the comments then. He seems to have had a little bit of a tough choice to make from Tom Coombs. He's saying he didn't leave any room on the outside. It was either hit you or go off track. So yeah.
P18 for Adam Gardner. P19 Adam Smith. Kirk Heath P20. Serkan Duran P21. Michael Hutchinson 22. Rosbert 23. Joy leading the bronze class again, followed by his nemesis Tom Coombs, and then Andy Purcell P26, Patrick Webber P27, John Dowling P28, Andy Booth P29, Gary Turnbull P30, Mike Tucker P31, Carl Smith 32, Tom Smith P33, John Cheel, nice to see him back on track, P34, Mark Lister P35, Mark Heyman in the pits. So we are missing 3 people from race 1, it seems.
I unfortunately could not tell you a single one of those people.
No, I haven't got a clue.
No disrespect to them, of course. It's just because I don't have the information in front of me. The good start from Ashley Knight in the first race. He got a good run from Marquez. He got another poor start. There's 2 races from him now, so hopefully this one he can make some progress forwards instead of backwards, as someone spins around in front.
Someone span in practice in the warm-up lap, have they?
Yeah.
Any idea who, so we can embarrass them?
No, and even the instance, the list is huge. I have to scroll all the way to the bottom, so unfortunately I don't know.
No worries. So we're bunching up now. We're coming into the last complex around Brooklands into Luffield through Woodcote. Completely different conditions for these guys this time. Will it be the same? Will Jonathan disappear into the distance? I wouldn't put it past him, but we shall see. Will Sandberg and Christensen have any scores to settle? Will Darren win the silver class? Will Tom get past Dominic Joy and win the bronze class again? All will be revealed when the green lights go green. It's time to go racing.
Again. Can you say let's go, go, go?
So we'll come back a little bit with Oscar. Hopefully everyone gets round this time. So we are going green now. That was a very late green. Darren has got a drive-through penalty for speeding on the start. So Darren, I can safely say, will not be winning. Miles gets very, very loose. Oscar gets loose. Have we got anything going on further back? Everyone seems to be going okay. We've got one spinner, Chris Rosbrook. But we will keep on board. Is Wagner going to be better in the wet?
Rear of the grid all seems quite good at the moment. Nothing major happening. Oh, two cars come together as I say that.
One of the Pulse cars goes off with 3 wide going into Maggots. Amundsen loses it. There's a bit of too many cars on not enough track. And that is going to be a horrendous accident behind. I can see it now. We've got Gardner in the fence. We've got Stevenson. We got, I think that's, I mean, Amundsen, wow, it's all gone crazy again.
Yeah, Marquez at the back of the grid.
And all that's
Dixon.
done, I think, is as our timing thing goes mental as it does.
Yeah, you're right, yeah.
Our timing thing needs to catch up, doesn't it?
Yeah, mine's all over the place.
So it's got John Shields in first. No, he's not.
He's in the pits. He's in the pits again. But he's first for me as well.
Right, it's caught up. So we've still got Seville. We've still got Marquez following him. We've got Ashley Knight P3. Miles Dixon is not P5. He is P7. We've got Monty Wilson P5 looking at Ashley Knight. Monty looks quite racy in the wet. It has to be said. He looks a lot more comfortable for whatever reason in these conditions. AJ Jones up to P14. We've got Andy Booth leading the bronze class at the moment. Good lad. We've got Tom Coombs P15. And then we've got, who's that behind? 32. I hate how this goes mental on the first lap, but there's nothing to do. It's only what the game's feeding it. But right, question. Is Seville going to have it all his own way this time?
It's close at the moment, but as we've proved before, anything can really happen.
So Darren will be absolutely livid. He's in P7, ahead of Daffern, and he's having to take a stop-go penalty because of speeding at the start.
Yeah.
What a shame for him. He passed Daffern on track. I mean, he passed Daffern on track probably because he was speeding, but that doesn't matter.
That's a really good point.
But now we've got Henry Handy is going to be leading the silvers. So we've only got 6 of the pro guys in the top 6. It's then the silver guys, 7 of them, and then the bronze guys, and then it's just, yeah, everyone's massively shuffled around. We've got Amundsen down in P22. We've got Christensen P28. As we're following Miles Dixon. Monty Wilson goes down the inside of Ashley Knight. Ashley Knight's saying, nah mate, I'm going back past you, and he does. So Wilson and Knight, we've got Dixon on Sandberg. Dixon,
round 2.
Very, very close. Yeah. Correct, round 2. These conditions completely different, and as we know, it's going to dry a little bit towards the end of the race. Not massively, I don't think, but the conditions are going to change.
I'm praying that it'll change enough for them to kind of think, oh, should I come in for pits for tyres? But in a half-an-hour race, I don't think that's going to happen, is it?
Tom Coombs is in P13 and he is all over the back of AJ Jones for P12.
Coombs ahead of Booth. When did that happen?
Yeah, Coombs has passed Booth. Coombs is driving incredibly well.
Yeah.
We've got Joy and Tucker just behind. Joy is wanting to get past Tucker. I think this bronze class might heat up. If Joy gets his sort of rhythm in and gets past Booth, he'll be hunting down Coombs, I'm sure. So, closest battle on track again. I mean, if you like salmon, We like looking at Oscar Sandberg's car, mate, don't we?
We do, and it was pointed out in the comments before that it's magenta pink, not salmon pink.
I think it's more I think it's more the texture that looks like. Although I was going to say
and the size.
skin.
I mean, salmon's quite big fish, aren't they?
Yeah, they're quite big fish.
Oh, absolutely brilliant line from Dixon there. He's got him. He's got him.
He's
going to have him. He'll be there in time.
I mean, Maggots and Beckett's. This. Oh, just peels in front.
I could just tell he had the momentum, mate. Oscar got onto the curbs and just lost a bit of his grip. So a nice clean move there.
And in fact, we'll have a look on board with Oscar, and we'll have a look. I mean, that's a completely useless replay, Mark. He's already ahead of us. Well done.
But the grids are already starting to spread out. Purcell is getting quite close to Tucker. Midfield pack for the bronze class there. So
I'm on it, mate. Yeah, these conditions are. Sandberg is all over the back of Dixon. Sorry, guys.
I'm sure Oscar's going to be like, here we go. Do you remember when I was calling from race 1?
So we got this little gaggle here of Smith, Joy, Booth, Tucker, Purcell. We've got Amundsen behind these guys. Amundsen obviously very, very quick. Currently in P19. He fires it down the inside. So much more grip there in that Aston than Purcell. Seems to have found an absolute ton. And Amundsen on the move. So we can see what the race is.
He
like
was your driver for race 1, so let's see if he can make it for 2. Oh yeah, lovely move on the outside there.
Goes back to him like he's not even there. It's like,
yeah, I love that though. You know, obviously some people just knowing that they're not going to be bothered battling, so they go on for another day.
Yeah,
let's see, Wilson very close to Ashley Knight.
Let's go to that. So this is for P3. Monty Wilson.
Less than half a second.
Ashley Knight.
Well, when I say it, I mean half a second is quite close, isn't it? Surely.
Hutchinson gets past Coombs. We just missed it. I missed it because I was taking a sip of beer, so I apologise. Wilson 0.2 behind. 0.0 behind. We've also got a blue flag already, apparently. Just saw that flashing.
Oh, Amundsen and Booth. Amundsen's on the outside, but he's going to be far enough ahead unless Booth tries anything. No, yeah, another clean move up to P16.
Booth. He knows.
Yeah,
Amundsen's a lot quicker. He's a pro-class driver. He's had an incident at the beginning. Monty's only 0.1 behind, and in fact, he's looking down the inside. Ashley Knight shuts the door.
Oh, he's on the horrible wet stuff. He's gone off. I watched him lose the grip. They're side by side.
He's still trying to cover the inside into the chicane.
Side by side.
And he's got the inside. I mean, Ashley Knight just gave. Well, we can't comment, but no space was given there at all.
No, he should have fed back behind.
Yes.
But it's that automatic rule now that everyone has of I've got the inside line, so it's my corner. But they've both still got to respond. That's the issue that I have with these kind of moves. You should have a responsibility to respect the person next to you. But anyway, we're meant to be impartial. That's fine. But
I definitely felt in that sort of situation that room could have been given. I mean, we're going to follow it on the broadcast, so yeah.
Actually, no, it's down to 6 now. He's just lost position as well. He's going down. He's shown as P8 for me. He's lost more positions. I'm watching people just drive past him. I don't know whether my game is breaking here.
No, you're right.
He's updated.
He's off the track. He's off the track.
Yeah.
Same. Unfortunately, I think that's a case of the head's gone, isn't it?
Yeah.
In his mind, aggrieved of what's happened, and the old head's gone.
You've been punished. You've been. I mean, again, we're making impartial views here. He's coming to the pits, but you have been punished at the time. Whether you're right or wrong, you are you're the one that is off the track. You're the one that is losing positions, and it's why I commented on Darren Joy last time. I respected him for carrying on racing, but by the looks of it, I get the feeling this is going to be a park up and switch the engine off. And
I'm confused with what's going on, mate, because we've got Henry Handy in P5, we've got Alistair Ramsden in P6, and Monty Wilson in P7. Has something happened? I don't think it has.
It's almost like Wilson and Knight just started losing positions. I'm going to go back a minute. Oh, Monty lost it. There was no other car around it, so Monty lost on his own, which gave Ramsden a handed position.
I mean, at the moment, Henry Handy is leading the silver class and is currently P5 overall. Henry said he was very comfortable in these conditions, and my word, it's showing, isn't it?
Look at the last lap times.
Yeah, I just
Monty
literally was
Wilson
hovering
2:19 and Dixon at 2:14. Wow, so right place, right time.
So it seems like the real quick guys, there's such a disparity. The real quick guys, Amundsen, Seville, Marquez, are doing 2:07s, and then the next pack where you need to be is about a 2:09, and then it sort of drops down from there. So the guys that are really good in these conditions are doing 2:07s. I mean, a 2:07.0 from Seville, but then Marquez is not dropping back. We are not seeing that massive disparity like we did last time. 1.5 still behind, matching lap times with Seville at the moment. And in fact, Seville does a 2:06.4 and Marquez a 2:06.5. Sandberg's just coming through now. What sort of time? P3 2:07.3, so almost a second behind. Dixon 2:07 flat, so 0.6 off. Henry 2:07.7. Monty Wilson 2:08.5. The times are very, very interesting in this one. There seems to be...
As Seville does a 2:06.4, just about to say, as you said before, Marquez is only 1/10 off the pace. They're all... It's almost like the track conditions are getting quicker again.
It seems lap by lap. We'll keep an eye on it next time.
There's a drying line. There is actually a drying line. Quite a big one again. But yeah, according to my game, it's still absolutely chucking it down.
Yeah, so we're only... I mean, Wilson's all over the back of Dixon, it seems. Yes, he is. So
Monty is... Yeah, I can't believe it. Well done to Henry for being P4 at the moment. It's incredible to think.
So how's Handy got past Dixon? Has Dixon gone off? He has. He's got a red lap time. He has got a red lap time, which suggests he has been off the circuit somewhere. So I think Handy is... Dixon's spun, and that's put Henry up into P4.
I'm just watching now for the last 30 seconds. Hopefully something happened. No, I think I'd already missed it, unfortunately. And of course, you then have to watch the 30 seconds worth.
Well, Michael Hutchinson, there is some... I mean, Dominic Joy now is leading the bronze class. Booth is in second, Tucker third. So Coombs now fifth in the bronze class. So something's happened there.
We've missed that, yeah.
But unfortunately, unless we get like an accident, we can't see. And obviously we haven't got eyes everywhere. 31 and 888 have hit each other at some point. And yeah, Tom has had an incident, it seems, with the number 30 car. So what we'll do...
I'm watching now, but
Tom
I don't know what...
Tom spun on his own.
Oh yeah, he's going through...
And then Tom and Mark Heyman make a slight bit of contact.
Oh yeah, he has. On the exit of Beckett's. Wow, he's literally just lost it on his own, yeah.
Again, part of this is adjusting conditions, isn't it? They're so different. Yeah, Andy Booth's a P13 for Andy Booth, incredible. Wow, these conditions, when I set this up, I was hoping that it would mix things up. And if having Henry Handy in the silver class in P4 overall, with Dominic Joy in P10 overall in the bronze class, if that's not mixing it up, then I don't know what is.
Yeah, it's lovely to see, and it really gives one of those drivers there. It really gives you the confidence just to love the series and look forward to the next race. it's the mind over the matter thing for me.
I mean,
if you have one good race,
Christensen-
you're untouchable.
Yeah, mate, exactly. I mean, Christensen was P2, 3, whatever it was in that last race. He's currently down in P29.
And yet, look at his lap time compared to the cars around him. You know, he's in the 207.6s, 211, 212, 209, 225. So he's got the pace, but again, he's got so much to do. We've lost half of the race effectively. The strategy element is just gone. Oh, someone's gone very wide there, Christensen. Heath went very wide.
Adam Smith goes past Andy Booth for P13. Henry Handy is punch for punch, lapping very similarly to Oscar in P3. I mean, 5/10, but different classes. So, but Henry is lapping in the 207s. He said he was confident, like I say. He's just showing that. He's lapping a second. Everyone else behind him is in the 209s. So Henry is there in P4 on complete merit. So it just shows conditions show strengths and weaknesses in drivers, and Henry's flourishing here.
There's a time you may as well do a soppy impression of him, or surprise me actually within the next 5-10 minutes. Right. Meanwhile, yeah, that seems to be that the gaps between each car is starting to increase now. But again, that's the conditions. We've got Stevenson quite close to Dowling. There's another little gaggle of cars there.
I wouldn't put it past some drive-throughs being dished out towards the end of this. There is quite a lot of red sector times, meaning people have gone off the track, running wide, etc. Obviously, this game gives you a penalty if you do it 3 times. I'd say half an hour in these conditions is enough to sort of do that. As we're watching Adam Gardner,
I'd be on about 8 right now.
This is just madness. Mike Tucker there in P16 was in, I think, P32, P33 in race 1, and he's up there in the top sort of 15. Mate, this is so last lap, Wagner Marquez 206.2, Jonathan Seville 206.5. So Marquez in P2 is currently running quicker than our multiple race winner Seville at the moment. Whether Seville's taking it easy, not heating the tyres up too much, but even so, we have got the top 5 drivers are all lapping in the 206s. Even Henry's managed to get it. I say even Henry. Henry's managed to get in the 206s as well. Interesting.
Yeah. Whilst you were saying that, I've forgotten what I was doing. Tucker gave the position to Gardner.
Yeah, I think
just some.
He'll be looking on his relative, won't he? He'll be seeing that different class. So I think the class thing goes out the window in these conditions, doesn't it?
Well, that's what I mean. You know, if you are battling with someone, you've got the pace for that battle, and it's a bit like blue flags.
Oh, Miles! Ramsden let Miles by, and then Miles has gone off into the gravel, and we caught it. Yes, Miles, into the gravel you go.
No. No, apologise for that.
No, of course.
I'm watching.
That was so sorry, Miles. That was terrible. So
I think it's more the level of excitement that you had that something had actually happened. I'm just watching on board now. He lets him go.
He lets him go and then spins at the very, very, very next corner.
Oh, why would he? Oh, they're teammates.
No, they're not teammates.
Why would he let him go?
Silver and Pro class.
Oh.
That's what I mean. We've got these.
He's gone off again. He's gone off again.
Miles.
Oh, no, he hasn't. My apologies. I was still watching the replay. He'd lost position to March. Don't know why that happened. I was still in the replay. My apologies. But I think he went off twice in that little segment of 30 seconds.
Oh, mate. So in response to Marquez's fastest lap of the race, Sevilla's just done a 2:05.9. So gone 6/10 quicker.
You know what? Handy's gone. He's up there, you know.
2:06.6.
Yeah, he's that was his fastest lap last time.
Yeah, he's currently running the same pace as P2.
But I tell you what, though, Monty, he's like 2-3 tenths faster at the moment, and he's only 2 seconds behind. So that'll definitely be one to watch. Purcell about to get Tucker, by the looks of it.
Darren, oh mate, he'll be kicking himself for that drive-through.
know.
He would have been in P4, P3.
And it's better
P4.
to do it the way around. If he'd had a bad first race or a drive-through in the first race, but the way that he'll be coming away from this race knowing that this happened to him, so he'll be absolutely gutted about that. Purcell and Tucker having a really, really good side-to-side battle.
Just currently watching Heyman and Coombs. Stevenson runs wide, trying not to run into the back of Heyman. This is good stuff in the wet. Coombs looking to get back up through the order. He's currently P4 in class. And he's got these two silver guys in front of him that should be behind him, but they're not. So Coombs is actually having to pass the silver guys. Great move from Tom there. Can he get the grip? No, yes, the Lambo does stick, just about. And onwards he goes. So Christensen and Lister. Christensen will get that done. Tom Smith in the pits. His wife's probably told him he has to be, so that's where he is. Or he's gone to play golf, I don't know, one or the other. So we're watching, I think it's, Adam isn't his brother, is it? It's his cousin, I think. So we're watching Adam following AJ Jones. It's the closest battle on track, and then we've got Konstantinidis, Andy Booth. Booth's having a great race. Well done, Andy, good job.
Oh, as we say that, well then again, there's two class difference. So again, that's a really sensible head from Andy there. You know, picking your battles, knowing that you got a car that is two classes higher. What's the point in fighting it? Let it go and just keep on doing your own race. We've got a yellow flag out. It's come back in, but I have no idea what that was for.
Oh, it's Smith. Adam Smith has spun. We've just caught the end of it. So that's allowed Booth, Konstantinidis, and Gardner's going to look down the inside. He should have the momentum to get that done. He does. So Booth, Gardner up into P15, I think. So to fair, do you know what? Marquez has gone, alright, Seville, you can do a 205.8, so can I. He's actually just gone and matched it. So the pace is there in Marquez, but just Seville again, if he gets that gap, he's able to manage it, isn't he?
Yeah. Right, we got Booth has
if I told you just really quickly, Henry Handy last lap 206.354, Monty Wilson 206.354. They have done an identical lap time.
It's still 2 seconds. It was 2 seconds about 4 or 5 laps ago. Gardner is having a great battle with Smith here, and Booth is coming to joining it.
Oh, Smith's got off.
Smith has just lost it on his own. He just lost it on his own. Oh, I feel like I cursed him.
Bent looking Ferrari, isn't it? And in fact, Smith, is he going to lose a place? Yes, Tucker goes past.
Oh, and another one, Purcell. Oh, but then he braves it out. Oh man.
So Amundsen after that nightmare
just literally went on board with him there. Oh.
What happened at the beginning? So far we have had over 30 incidents in this race. Just trying to figure out what happened at the beginning, why it went so mental. Well, that was good timing. We just go on board with Duran as he goes off the track. So what happened at the beginning? Just trying to figure it out.
I think it's going to have to be a post-race thing, unfortunately.
Just trying to look. So we've got 10 seconds of replay here. We've gone randomly. We've just picked one at random. Duran. Oh, okay, that's what's happened. Okay, fair enough. We all saw that. We'll carry on.
Oh, you need to go on board with Smith. Oh.
Which one?
A Smith. Last 15-20 seconds. Oh, that him and Purcell are having a mare. Oh, I don't even. Help me with that one, please, Mr. Lead Comms.
Well, let's have a look what happened. So, oh dear. Oh dear.
Yeah, I know.
That was like the car park in Tesco's.
Yeah. And they comically came together at the end of it.
And Anyway, we'll move on with our life. So currently,
Yes.
half of the drivers have got a warning for track limits on that last lap. There's a lot of red lap times on there.
Monty's got the is closed half a second there, so it's only 1.5 seconds behind Henry now. With 5 minutes to go, it's going to be an interesting one to watch.
What do we reckon?
I think he's got it. I don't think Monty's closing it down, although it's just gone down to 1.3. But I still think, as long as Henry can keep it on the black stuff, I think he'll be okay.
I'm also a bit disappointed. We've gone down to 12 people watching. We've had a high of 12 people at one time, but I'm
you know what?
If it's gone down to 6.
If there was, the reason why I'm doing this is for the drivers. Whoever's here, thank you so much for being here. We do appreciate it, but it's always nice for the drivers to go back. If they knew that they made a nice move, they're going to hope it's on commentary. That's why we always try and feature every single driver. But with the juicy bunch of drivers that we have, it's difficult sometimes, isn't it?
Sure, the other thing to mention as well is obviously I'm very grateful to the people at SRO Motorsports to be able to give us the hospitality passes and all of the goodies they've given us for the real life Fanatec GT World Challenge Europe. So to have a broadcast, it would just hopefully remind these drivers that they were involved in what I think has been a very, very cool series. We've also just had JCT 600 have just said basically they've got some really cool models of the GT3 cars in this series as well that we can give out. So that's another really cool thing as well.
Yeah, I'm not here because I've got nothing else to do. I'm here because, you know, you're grateful for companies and people doing these kind of things. So this is what is brilliant about the community and the team spirit here. So I'll also hand my hand over and say thank you so much to those companies as well. It is really appreciated. The driver appreciates it as well.
Henry's struggling a bit now. I don't know
He
whether
has
he's
closed the gap
overheated
down.
those tyres. Yeah, it's back to the whole thing. If we've been at EXILED for 6-7 years, it was going to close down at the end of the last season. So I didn't want to let that happen. So I said I would help with taking over this. And do you know what? We got a great bunch of guys. We got Henry, we got Darren, we've got Nick, obviously, who's helping me do this. We've got John Cheel. We've also got Adam Gardner. Sorry if I've missed anyone, I don't think I have, but they've all stepped in and helped, and we've managed to get this series together and have 50 people registered. We've had 10 apologies for this evening or something, and we've still managed to get a grid of 39 people, so fair dues. Anyway, we will go on board with Anders Amundsen.
As a yellow car is parked there, there's just someone parked there. I don't know who it was. Just watching. I just want to say thank you, Frank Tennant. He just posted in the chat that he's loving it. John Cheel, can we see the Bolton Dowling instant, please? He's asked for an actual request.
Bolton Dowling,
that's
that's
possible.
31 and 88, yes it is. So we will go back on board with Darren, we'll go back 20 seconds. Obviously we'll lose the...
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on Wilson and Handy as you do that. The gap's gone up to 0.4 seconds. We've got 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go. Let me know how you get on with that.
So there we go. There was a bit of a nudge.
Oh, Monty's just got a brilliant run coming to Maggotts Beggarts.
We've got him.
Of course. You've got the replay of you've got this battle.
Got the replay and the battle, mate.
Cool. Oh,
on it.
But oh, nice one.
And do you know what? That rain is nowhere near as heavy as what it was before.
No, you can definitely see that there's a line now. Well, you could see it before, but now, I mean, I still wouldn't do a Sebastian battle here, but
it's interesting because obviously we have to. The ACC is very difficult to set up servers for. As we're into the last minute and a half of the race, Seville has massively gapped Marquez. Yeah, it's hard to set up the servers in this game. I think we've got it pretty well to have changeable conditions. There's a couple of other little things I can look at to get it so that maybe we have a bit more change, but
I think you've done a spot-on job. I think it's been absolutely brilliant, and everyone needs to remember, no pun intended, but everyone's in the same boat. Literally, they're all in the same position, so there could be no moaners or no gripes, and people will love it. People will love the fact that they've had to make these amendments, and the very fact that we're now looking at Henry in 4th, and we've got Joy down in 12th now, which is still an amazing result. And I'm going to shut up because this battle is really heating up.
So we will have, the leader will be starting his, I mean, we've not even seen him, there he is, hello. He is starting his
Terrible last lap.
now.
2:06.1, he'll be disappointed with that.
So leader is on the final lap, so we will go back to Monty as these guys go through Brooklands. Will Henry be able to keep him behind? P4, P5. Amundsen, an amazing drive again after his start. He's now up into P7, all over the back of P6. I'd say from pretty much the back to recover to P6. I mean, I've got a lot of love for Anders. He's a great guy, so it'd be good to see him going back up.
Yeah, we don't do drivers of the days, but based on the recovery drive alone, I mean, you rated him in race
Henry
1.
ran wide there side by side, Magnussen and Beckett's. Henry will, I mean, he will get a penalty, or not a exceeding track limits thing there, but he won't get a penalty. But
yeah, Amundsen for me. What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do?
And Amundsen gets
what would you do? It'd be a brilliant result. P6 would be a brilliant result. My apologies. P5 would be a brilliant result. Do you let him go? I think he's going to do it.
And Henry does actually.
Yeah.
I think, is he going to hold?
Oh, he's pulled him back.
Yeah, I mean Henry's defended that. We're sort of jumping between those two battles. Miles down in 12th. That's surprising. Henry has defended that awesomely.
Yeah. But respectful from Monty as well. We certainly don't want a repeat of last race, last week.
It does show in any battle it takes two people to tango. It takes two people to both give each other space and both give each other room and both let each other carry on with their races.
The braking of Monty in that car is just awe-inspiring. I don't even have any words in me at the moment, just literal random noises.
So we're going down now down the Wellington Straight. This is the last few corners that Henry
Seville has just crossing the finish line. My apologies for jumping in, but yeah, it's a race victory number 2.
Well done
for Seville.
And Henry's done it. He's defended, and he will finish silver class victor in P4 overall in this race.
Brilliant. An amazing drive from Marquez, P2. Sandberg, nice. He kept it all lovely in the end, kept his head down, P3. And as you said before, Henry and Monty side-by-side driving there, which is exactly what you love to see. Just knowing that they both fought each other hard and fair. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, good drive there, Oscar. After that bit of a disaster in race 1 in the end. Pretty anonymous like you say, P3.
So Oscar's saying P1, P2, P3 to comms to us. I'm going to let you lead this one if you don't mind, mate.
Yeah, that's cool. I'll grab the people. I want to try and get the people who won race 1 as well. I mean, people are still going round, aren't they?
They are, yes, yeah.
So let's at least wait for the race to finish.
Yeah, I'm on board with Heyman at the moment and Booth. Very, very close. Booth will be hopeful to hang on to it, which he has. So
there we go. Who else is there left to finish? Yeah, Heyman and Booth, well done, good job guys. And then the gaps are pretty much, yeah, it's quite big gaps, isn't there? Well done everyone, that was a very good race in tricky conditions. So I need to try and remember who to drag into the comms box, because we have the winners from race 1. We'll grab Tom is. We'll try and grab as many people as we can. So we've got Dominic Joy.
Tom. Darren?
Yeah, Darren, Henry. So we've got Dominic. We'll do that. We will do. Hi, if I'm just moving people in, we're just moving you into the comms box. So we've got that one. We've got. Move to that one. That one. Who else are we missing? We need Tom, who won the bronze race 1. We need. Yeah,
I've just had to get this replay.
Alright, everyone. We're just bringing all the class winners and the top 3 into here. So we've got Oscar.
We'll keep it brief. We'll keep it quick. We're respectful of the time.
Yeah, it's well late now, isn't it? Is Wagner in here?
He'd be kicking on somewhere.
Oh, you got Seville as well, of course. Oh, they're both in driver briefing above us.
Right, we'll grab them now. Looking for Wagner.
I can't drag him. I don't have the power.
Yeah, I got him. Right. Comms. Move to.
You can just drag him, can't you?
No.
Is that it there?
Yeah.
Right, cool.
Right.
We've got everyone we need, so I'll lead on this one. So we've got class winners from race 1, race 2, and we've also got the top 3 in that last race to have a little chat to. So I'll work through you one by one. Hi, it's Mark, by the way. So we will start just literally in order from, I think it's put you in alphabetical order. So Darren, we've got you in here, race winner, silver class, race 1. Not such a good race 2. We noticed you had a drive through there, which would have been infuriating. Just really, really quickly, conscious of the time, how did race 1 go for you?
Yeah, it was good. Setup was good. We did not expect it to be dry at all. So everybody was a bit frantic trying to get a setup sorted, but we got there in the end, and it was all right. It was good. I had good pace.
What
Had a bit of a moment.
What happened in the second one? Do you speed on the formation lap?
No, it told me I was out of position.
Okay.
So I don't know, and then I got collected by a few cars, and then that was that. To be honest, in the second race.
All right, mate. Really quick, so we move on to Dominic Joy. Well done on your class win in the second race there. Good job on that one. Yeah, we were saying with the weather conditions that we had people. I mean, P11, I think it was in the end, or I think it's resorted itself, but somewhere up there at the pointy end of everyone. How were the conditions in that second race? And we saw quite a switch round between. I mean, the classes almost became irrelevant.
Yeah, it was wet. I was quite lucky that I practiced in the week on most conditions. It actually hadn't practiced dry, so yeah, I'd had a bit of practice in the wet, but I got a bit unlucky in race 1 as well. I had a little nudge, so but yeah, all good fun.
Good stuff. So next one down on our list, we've got Henry Handy, P4 in the second race. Amazing job, silver class. You had Monty breathing down your neck, but just seemed to. You said you were comfortable in these conditions, and it really, really showed. I think in terms of your lap times, you had the 3rd quickest lap in that entire race. So just talk us through how that was and the differences the first race and the second race.
I think, yeah, Darren made a point of no one had a dry setup for the conditions we had. The second race we'd been practicing all week, and then it was just keep your head down, keep it cool, going through those first couple of laps, and you knew the places would come to you. I just didn't expect it to be P4, especially with Monty breathing down my neck on that last lap. That was serious.
Yeah, we caught it anyway. I'm going to go on to... Sorry, Henry, because we've got quite a few people in here. We're going to go on to the next people. So, Jonathan, well done again. Class above, once again. Wagner kept you a little bit honest in that one. It seemed in the wet race. The dry race was just... I'm guessing you guys have, I would imagine, with Impulse, have got a setup for pretty much every single condition that you can sort of chop and change between. But how difficult were the conditions in that second race? Wagner, I think, was only 2 and a bit seconds away from you at the end. How did the 2 races differ for you?
Yeah, well, we've got a very good dry setup. I love that setup. Silverstone in the McLaren, perfect in the dry. So I kind of was wishing for a dry race because I knew my pace would be really good in that. Wet, yeah, Wagner was quite quick there. Yeah, he kept the pressure on. I knew if I was gonna make a mistake, he'd be right there to pounce on it. So I had to make sure I was just keeping it clean and keeping it consistent, try and maintain that gap. But yeah, he was quite quick. So yeah, kept it a bit challenging for me.
No, good job. Again, I think. Would you say this is really your championship to lose?
Well, I don't want to like brag, but my pace in the first two races have been very strong. We'll see. It's a definitely a great start for me, but we'll see. We'll see. Like,
it's a very diplomatic racing car driver answer there. Well
Thanks.
Good driving, Jonathan. Nice one. Nice seeing
Yes,
you.
thank
So we'll
you.
move down to the next person, and then we've got Tom and Wagner. So, Oscar, we had quite a bit of contact again in the first race, and in the second race, a very almost quiet P3. Just really quickly talk us through both of your races, if you can.
Yeah, so the first race was interesting. I think I was the same as the other one, not prepared for a dry race. I was theoretically not prepared for this evening at all, because last time I was here was the last race, so it was interesting to come and see the conditions at least.
You needed your bucket and spade in the end, didn't you, at the end of race 1?
In the end of race 1, I had to leave the track with no fuel, so that was interesting. Small calculation issue. Yeah, and that didn't help to have two angry McLaren behind me, and I hope maybe they could push me over the line, but that didn't work. But yeah, that's but a little door banging, but that was yeah, I think it was fun. I hope the other guys also think it was a little fun, and I gave them the position in the end, you know, like so political and nice I am for race 1.
Good job, Oscar. Right, we'll move on to. Sorry, mates, we got literally like not much time. It's nearly like sort of 11 o'clock PM. Conscious of people at work. So we've got Tom. Well done on your race victory, race 1. We saw you in P1 in race 2, and we sort of saw you disappear. Can you explain what happened in race 2? We were trying to sort of figure it out.
Yeah, so race 1, I think Dom Joy would have had a front row seat to what happened there. Coming out of a corner, just lost it completely, stalled the car, and after that, I just had a horrendous race and started getting my positions back again, and came into a slow corner where a car had spun and decided to completely stop in the middle of the apex of the corner. So I had to take avoiding action, then got tapped again, and at that point I kind of lost my rhythm. Race 1, though, I mean, that was a pretty good one. The beginning of it, I had to take a bit of avoiding action, but made my way up the field, had some good battles, so really enjoyed that one.
Good job, Tom. Nice to speak to you. And Wagner, I don't think I've spoken to you before, but obviously raced with you many times. Good to see you here. How were those for you, mate? Good result in race 2. You were keeping Jonathan honest. Jonathan obviously very quick. But you weren't that far away. How was it?
Hey, Mark. To be honest, I was really surprised with the result on his first race, because I completely got the pressures wrong. I had like 29 psi on the fronts, so I was thinking of just park the car on the second lap, but then I decided to stay and see what happens, and I was surprised that I could stay up there. Like, it was kind of 1 second of the pace that I think I could do. I knew I wouldn't reach Jonathan ever, but I think I could stay a little bit closer maybe if I had the right pressures. And then I had a few incidents, and then in the second race I thought I had a real chance, right? But Jonas is real quick, and at the very end there was a back marker like actually holding me up, on which seemed to be on purpose, so I think I'll have to discuss that thing in the future.
Okay. Good. Right. Thank you guys for taking time out of your evening for coming to chat. It does add a bit of a personal element to the series. We hope you enjoyed the varied weather. It was something that was a bit of a risk, bit of a thing that we were going to try. But yeah, we loved it. We had bronze guys in the top 10. We had silver guys finishing P4. It was great. We loved it. And thank you as always for providing us the entertainment on a Tuesday evening. And we wish you all the best.
Thank you, Mark and Nick, for the broadcast. Awesome.
Yeah,
I look forward to watching it tomorrow.
Yeah. Cheers.
Good job,
Well done,
guys.
lads.